What should you do if your ex is getting quickly into a new relationship? It's what we discussed today in this video. The problem is when we have this feeling that our ex left us for someone or recovered quickly, we feel that they recovered quickly from the relationship. This is when we make mistakes. This is when I have people calling me and telling me their story and I'm feeling like, why have you done this? So in this video, I'm explaining the rationale, what you need to do, what you need to avoid if you want to maintain any chance of you getting back with that person.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Before we move on, I just want to remind you that if you want to support the channel, if you want to access more content like this one, you can subscribe and you can also like this video. But let's discuss this situation. Your ex, the person you love the most in your life, left you and is now with someone else. It is potentially the worst situation that could happen. Feeling that they replace you, you're no longer part of their life. It also implies that the idea of getting back together is more complicated because now their heart is taken, their mind is there, focused and busy with that person, not leaving you any space for you to recover from this breakup. I want you to ask this question: is it really a bad news? Is it really a bad news that your ex started a relationship very quickly after the breakup? What does it mean? Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in anyone who would break up with someone. Anyone who would break up with someone that matters. If you've been in that relationship for 3-6 months, that might not be applying what I will explain in this video. If you have had something special with your partner, if you were married, if you had like a strong relationship, projects together, and that person is leaving you very quickly with someone random, what does that mean? Is it really a bad thing? Something, really reflect on this. Because there's always this internal discussion, voices in our head thinking, they left me for someone who's better than me. They left me for someone who's smarter than me. And we can replace all those things. But the question is how can this person compare with you? I'm going to explain a little bit more my rationale. The comparison. People, they don't admit it, but we all compare. The comparison could be positive, could be negative. But remember, this rebound, this person is not you. He or she will never be you. He or she will never replace what you had with your ex. Right? The problem is when we are suffering from a breakup, we tend to focus on our shortcomings. We tend to blame ourselves for the breakup. Maybe you've done things wrong, but your ex bear a part of responsibility in that breakup. And so when you think about them leaving you and finding another relationship, sometimes we assume that person is better than me. Okay, what does that mean, better than you? What I can guarantee you is that person will, at the beginning of that relationship, won't be able to compare their relationship in terms of intensity, in terms of feelings, in terms of history with what you had. That's impossible. Okay, I don't know if this person is better than you. I don't think that's the right way to approach the situation. What I know is what they have, has nothing to do with what you have. So, of course, it's very hard to let go of this idea that your ex is potentially comparing you with that person, that your ex is dating someone, is spending time, is being intimate with someone. That is now, you feel like their heart is taken, right? Let me explain you another thing. You feel that they have a good life. They feel that, again, these are the things that we perceive, that we assume, okay? It's not necessarily true. It's actually not rarely true. So you feel like they don't suffer the breakup. They have a good time. They're winning the breakup in a way. It's very easy for them. They took the decision, they left you, and now that they're dating someone, you see them, their activities on social media, they seem happy, right? And where does that leave you? You are suffering the breakup, you didn't choose this situation, and you see them happy, fulfilled. as if they moved on, and they forgot you. Okay, that's the perception we have. And that perception, that idea, is a complete reflection of how we feel about ourselves. I'll explain at the end of the video. It's also, from our point of view, as an ex, as a dumpy, I don't like this word, but as a dumpy, an act of treason. Very often I see that in our cases recently, where people will show their love and say to their ex they love them, and 1 week after, 2 weeks after, they break up with them and they get with someone. So it's really this idea of like, how could that person do this to me? We had this kind of pact. How can you erase, how can you delete our years of relationship together with someone random that you just met, right? So the idea that, how can all those plans that we had together, all those things, all those promises, as I said, this sort of emotional pact, how can you rip that apart so rapidly, so effortlessly? Because for you, it's very hard to let go of this, right? Because you care. And that's not a weakness to care, right? You care, you have, you sort of respect your words, respect your attitude, your follow through on what you say to someone. If you say to someone, I love you, you mean it. Perhaps your ex was deceptive. That's not the point of this video. We don't want to neither say that your ex is on a pedestal, nor he's a complete So I don't want to be banned from YouTube, so I'm avoiding to swear. And so that's why we have this urge to reach out. This urge to, okay, hold on. You're dating someone. I know that I'm better than this person. I know that they don't have what we have. They have this urge of like, I want to prove him or her wrong. Very often I hear some of my clients telling me like, but I know she's not the right person for him. I know she's not. The problem is that they are in their bubble. You want to confront because it's unfair. This reaction of unfairness, it's from our chimp brain. It's really something that makes us react almost as kids, right? It's unfair. I need to fight. I need to confront you. The problem is when you do this, and that's the worst mistake that you can do, is to confront, is to try to get in touch with your ex at this stage, you come across as confrontational. You are bursting their bubble. When you start a relationship with someone, you are in your bubble. This infatuation stage that you've probably been through with your ex or with other partners. Those first few weeks, everything is, you see a life with pink glasses, right? Also, some people think like, okay, it's just because I haven't shown them how much I love them. Maybe, you didn't want to get married or didn't want to have kids, and then you show up uninvited to their workplace or to their house with a ring. That doesn't work. When you do those things, you react from an emotional, from also an insecure place. It's because you are so scared. It's because you feel so bad that they replaced you that you act this way. And these are the worst things you could be doing. Quick word, we are launching a 1-week course. There will be a link in the description. If you want to get unstuck, basically, maybe your ex is dating someone, maybe you just broke up with your ex, but there are so many questions that you want answered. You want sort of a structured, maybe you're following my content, you're following other content, but there's a lot of information and you don't know exactly what to do. What the point of this course is to bring people together, a small cohort of people, to work together, having coaching with me on a daily basis, having things that you can learn, but in a structured manner, really having a sense of progress. And by the end of the week, the idea is for you to get significantly closer to your goal of getting back with your ex. Perhaps some people, they just want to move on. But what we're going to do, what we're going to discuss in this course is really the tools and strategies that therapists like myself and Elizabeth, who works with me, are applying with our clients to really make them sort of successful in their relationship recovery. Have a look in the description. There's a link for you to apply. We will be launching soon, so I don't know when this video will be posted, but we will be launching soon. The dates will be on the link. This is what you need to do right now. If your ex is dating someone, so quickly. Remember that love is not a competition. This rebound cannot compete with you. These are facts. I'm not making this up. If you think about it, if you analyze the situation, it just makes sense. The only person you're competing with is you. The only person that you need to tame, that you need to convince, that you need to confront, it's you. It's not your ex. They've decided something. They're probably making a mistake. Let them make that mistake. Let them learn from that mistake. Your job now is to focus on what you can achieve, what you can do today. Remember, the reason you react in a certain way, the reason you're eager to learn about this breakup is potentially because there's few insecurities that are, within yourself. So the idea of this phase of recovery is to uncover, to address those insecurities, not to blame yourself, not to feel that you're stupid, not to feel that you're not good enough, but actually to really tune in, understand why you keep on repeating certain patterns, why this relationship didn't work out, or why you feel so shocked about the breakup. How could that person did that to you? Is it English? But it's really about fine-tuning and reflecting on those things. By doing that, you will gain respect and interest from people around you, actually, and also your ex. If you keep your calm, if you develop a secure attachment style, so that's what we're going to cover in the week course, secure attachment style. It's often a question of time. Every single day I help people getting back with the ex when they have a rebound. And it's, from my point of view, it's sometimes easier. Because the reason they're getting to a rebound relationship is because they don't want to deal with the pain of the breakup. They want to distract themselves from the breakup. And they find someone random. And by finding someone random, that rationalizes the idea that they are made a wrong assumption in terms of, I'll be happier without this person. And I'll be happier with this person, but this person is a random person. So after this infatuation stage, usually they fail. And when they fail, they start comparing. But they start comparing that new rebound relationship with your relationship, which shouldn't be necessarily very appealing to them because they decided to end the relationship. However, with time, and if you've done the right things, if you developed a secure attachment style, because they will reach out, they will see you in another way. They'll start thinking, hold on, I made this assumption, we were in love, we had something special, but I felt it was not working. But when they see you, when they interact with you, when they discuss with you, they see that something has changed. You gain respect and interest from them. And the job becomes so much easier. Sometimes it's even easier when an ex dates a rebound. Because the step between that old relationship and the new relationship, i.e. with you, will be so big that they feel like, oh, hold on, it just makes sense. Right? When someone is on their own and they reflect and they reflect on the breakup and they work on themselves, and it's sometimes harder. Remember the decisions that you make right now, the actions that you take right now. Think, it's an exercise or it's something that I ask my clients to do sometimes. Whenever you're about to do something or to say something, remember, in 6 months' time, if I look at the story here, would I be remembered as the good guy of the story or the bad guy? Remember, sometimes we act emotionally. Sometimes we have this impulse to confront, to discuss, to remember. If I look at this situation in 6 months' time, would I be proud of myself? Would people be thinking like he's the good guy or she's the good guy of the story? Remember this. Let me know in the comment section if you want to share your story, if you have any question, and I'll see you shortly in this 1 week course. I'm so excited to launch this. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer.